Hi there, my name's Cav and I'll be doing the business accounts training material, and in this video we'll be looking at paying a supplier. Okay, so there's a few ways you can pay a supplier. If you have the enterprise product and you have the supplier records, we can come over to the supplier record itself and go over to the purchases tab, and these are only purchases just for this one supplier. So here you can do exactly the same as what you can do in the red books, but it's only for this supplier, and this gives you full supplier management as well as the statement and any other transfer payments and any orders you've raised. But I'm going to do the transaction in the red book because that's where we do all purchases for any supplier or any business expenses. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a couple of these here. So I'm going to add a new line and we'll give it the date. So let's say it's 1.6. Select the supplier. I'm going to select an existing supplier. Enter the invoice number or any reference number from the documentation into the reference, and then select the from and to accounts. Now these are direct payments. I paid for this straight away, so it came straight from my current and it went straight over to my advertising expense account, and it was £125 with standard VAT. Okay, so that's it. That was my paying a supplier entered into the system. Let's go ahead and do another for another payment that we made on the 8th of last month. That was to a new supplier, so I'm going to click on the new, and it was for okay, and we're going to put in the reference, and we paid for it from my credit card. It was for entertainment, standard that. Okay, so that's a couple of purchases done, or a couple of supplier payments done that we've made into the system, straight over to the red book, and enter this information in with the relevant fields. Now, like I said before, if you have the enterprise version and we go over to one of these suppliers, so let's select the new one. Here you can do the same work, but just within the supplier itself. So here you can see the transaction that I made to this particular supplier, and it's here within the supplier records. But everything is always in the red books. Alright, so that should show you how you do paying a supplier in business accounts.